Hello everyone, welcome to another Autumblings. We're on our second session, so this is our holiday session. In your bags you will have noticed you got a new scarf because I know they were getting a little worn from all of our twirling this time. So go ahead and take your scarf out, spread your things out so you can get ready, and we will begin. So if you have your scarf, I'm going to put our song on. Let's see. And let's start. Are you ready?
Shake your scarves.
Scarves up, scarves down. Shake your scarves all around. Scarves up, scarves down. Shake your scarves all around. Scarves in, scarves out. Shake your scarves all about. Scarves in, scarves out. Shake your scarves all about. Right knee, can you find your knee? Left knee. Shake your scarves fancy free. Right knee, left knee. Shake your scarves fancy free. Right hand, left hand. Shake your scarves with the band. Right hand, left hand. Shake your scarves with the band. On your back, on your tummy. Shake your scarves nice and funny. On your back, on your tummy. Shake your scarves nice and funny. Scarves up, scarves down. Put your scarves on the ground. And then we're gonna clap. Very nice. Don't get rid of your scarf just yet because we will do our scarf song at the end, okay? So this week it's all about autumn leaves and trees. I don't know about you. I don't know how many leaves you can see on the trees anymore. Over the weekend, the trees, they just lost most of their leaves. The wind and the rain came along and my tree is pretty bare out front, although there's some squirrels in there. So it's not too bare just yet. Our first story is The Leaf Book by Wellington. Let's see what happens in this book. So many trees, so many leaves. What the trees change colors. When the trees change colors, autumn is here, and I go to the park to see how many different leaves I can find. You been to the park lately? Leaves are falling from the trees. I want to collect as many as I can. I catch my first one. I am going to start a leaf book. You could do that too. Here is my book. Here is my tree guide. And here is the leaf. It is shaped like a fan. I use my tree guide to look for a match. I find it. Ginkgo leaf. Some leaves are still on the trees. Some are on the ground. I gather more leaves for my book. What is this one? This leaf has 5 points. It is shaped like a star. It is from the sweet gum tree. The honey locust tree has millions of little leaves. The wind blows this leaf right into my hand. It is an oak leaf, a small reminder from my book of that big, beautiful tree. That's right. Oak leaves are strong and are good for my art projects. I make leaf rubbings in many colors. I make oak leaf prints for my book too. Just putting a little bit of paint on those leaves and pressing them on paper. Trees have different shapes and different barks too. Yeah. So many trees, so many leaves, so many colors too. There are leaves of red and violet and orange. What kind are they? So many leaves to help me. Now I have birch, willow, and cherry leaves to put in my book. I am careful with them because they are getting dry and brittle. Shapes, shapes, so many different shapes. These are like hearts. This tree has leaves that are not all the same shape. Some are like mittens. I add linden and sassafras leaves to my book. So many different leaves. The days are getting shorter and the air is getting colder. Autumn trees are growing bright. This one is the most colorful of all. It is a maple tree. I think that's my favorite. The maple leaves are splendid. Every shade of red and orange I can imagine. My leaf book is full. I've found so many beautiful leaves. Which is my favorite? I already told you my favorite. I love them all. Very nice listening. So you have a couple art projects in your bag. You don't have to do them now, but if you wanted to start one, just pause the video and then come back later. The one art project is kind of like that book, all different colored leaves. So you have a little baggie in there, and they are dyed colored pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. There's different sizes and shapes and colors, so you can talk about those as you glue them on, okay? You can use as many or as little as you want. However, we are going to continue now with one of our little flannel stories. So you should have a tree already with some leaves on it. There's only 5 leaves. So get it out and you can do this with me, okay? Are you ready? The 5 little leaves, there they are. And we'll pull them off one by one when we see those and hear those colors. 5 little leaves in the tall, tall tree, as bright and pretty as they can be. Along came the wind, blowing all around. Can you blow? And a bright brown leaf fell to the ground. Can you pull that brown leaf off? Good job. Now there are 4 little leaves in the tall, tall tree, as bright and pretty as they can be. Along came the wind, blowing all around, and a bright green leaf fell to the ground. 3 little leaves in the tall, tall tree, as bright and pretty as they can be. Along came the wind, blowing all around, and a bright yellow leaf fell to the ground. 2 little leaves in the tall, tall tree, as bright and pretty as they can be. Along came the wind, blowing all around, and a bright orange leaf fell to the ground. 1 little leaf in the tall, tall tree, as bright and pretty as it can be. Along came the wind, blowing all around, and that little red leaf, what's going to happen? Fell to the ground. Good job, everybody. We can have another story. And this story is In the Middle of Fall. It's written by Kevin Henkes. That little squirrel there, I love him. I love the squirrels that are in my garden that come. I feed them peanuts, but don't tell anyone. In the middle of fall, when the leaves have already turned, isn't it a beautiful tree? And the sky is mostly gray, and the air is chilly. It's my favorite time of year. And the squirrels are frisky. And the gardens are brown. And the pumpkins are ready. And the apples are like ornaments. I heard Dean went apple picking. It takes just one big gust of wind, and all at once, everything is yellow and red and orange. All over, all around. Looks like outside my house. Right in the middle of fall. But remember, because soon, what's going to happen? The yellow and red and orange will be gone. And the sky will change again. And then soon, very soon, the sky will be white and empty, ready to fill up with snow. And I bet a lot of your mommies and daddies don't want to hear that. Not looking forward to shoveling. Maybe we won't get too much snow. Who knows? Another art project in your bag this week. You'll find some Q-tips that are banded together and some little pots of paint. And I think there's green and red and orange and yellow. Another tree just to paint. So you can just dab it in and dab all over, and you can blend your colors in and see what happens with that, okay? This one you'll have to put aside to dry. So I'm gonna put that one down and we're gonna continue. This is sort of like a flannel board, but there's no Velcro on the side. So we just have our picture here of leaves, and we have some colored leaves, okay? So you ready? Let's see. And this is a little song you can sing, The Wheels of the Bus. You know that tune? The leaves from the trees all blow around, blow around, blow around. The leaves from the trees all blow around, all through the town. Which one goes first? The red leaves on the tree all blow around, blow around, blow around. The red leaves on the tree all blow around, all through the town. The yellow leaves on the tree all blow around, blow around, blow around. The yellow leaves on the trees all blow around, all through the town. What do we have left? The orange leaves on the tree all blow around, blow around, blow around. The orange leaves on the tree all blow around, all through the town. Very nice. So I think we have time for one more story. And this one is called When the Leaf Blew In. And it's written by Steve Metzger. Nice barnyard. You ready? When the leaf blew in, this cow sneezed, achoo! When the cow sneezed, achoo! The spider landed on the owl. I wouldn't like that. When the spider landed on the owl swooped out of the barn. When the owl swooped out of the barn, the pig dove into the mud. When the pig dove into the mud, the goat kicked over the bucket. My goodness. When the goat kicked over the bucket, the chicken spun round and round. When the chicken spun round and round, the horse reared up and neighed. When the horse reared up and neighed, the sheep leaped over a barrel. When the sheep leaped over the barrel, the duck jumped into the pond. When the duck jumped into the pond, the frog hopped onto a lily pad. When the frog hopped onto a lily pad, the dragonfly buzzed across the sky. When the dragonfly buzzed across the sky, the dog woke up and chased the squirrel. When the dog woke up and chased the squirrel, the robin flew into the tree. When the robin flew into the tree, guess what happened? The leaf blew in. Nice listening, everybody. So you'll find in your bags this week, you also have a recipe to make some sugar cookies. and a leaf-shaped cookie cutter, so you can make those cookies and have an enjoyable autumn afternoon. Or there's also a recipe for some frosting if you'd like to frost those cookies. And there's a list of books, of autumn leaf books, that you can request from the library. Okay, so we're going to end our story time with another scarf song. Miss Wendy, what are you doing? And then be fun. We'll be finished for the day. Okay, so you have your scarf. Get that out. I'm going to turn the music back on. Let's see. Get our song ready. Let's see. There we go. Got your scarf?
Scarves up and down and around.
Be a little loud.
The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. Release them up in the air. You ready? Watch them float to the ground. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Sing it. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. The scarves are softly flowing, left, right, left. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! The scarves are softly floating, release them up in the air. Catch! Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Release them up in the air. Watch them float to the ground. Up and down and around, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around, up and down, up and down, up and down and around. Very nice. Well, thanks for joining me for this session of Autumblings. Next week, let me see what our clue is for next week. We're going to have stories about, you guessed it, owls. So until then, my little friends,
Be safe, take care, listen to mommy and daddy, because remember, they love you. And I'll see you next week. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.